upside down.
Whenever it's a half-hour episode of Amphibia, you know you're in for a great time. But the third one, we can definitely say these are some of the best of the series. But the first tempo takes it to a different, yet exciting level. In terms of character development, this episode excelled at a lot of things. And for both the lore and overarching story, everything has changed. So instead of breaking down the entire episode, I think the best way to approach this is breaking down certain aspects of this episode in different videos. And this one will just focus on its massive ending. So expect another video breaking down this temple and its 3 trials, and maybe another one touching on the character growth between Ann and Hop Hop. I think this will allow us to properly dedicate enough time to each segment, get this sweet Amphibia content out to you guys faster, while also working on other projects. Spoiler warning for Amphibia's first big temple episode. Going into detail is going to be way different than what's presented on a title or thumbnail. We finally got a look at the big bad of the series, who I assume for now we can label as the Knight, alongside a huge reveal of the Calamity Box and the powers within Ann, Marcy, and Sasha. And don't think I didn't notice that the mural of the prophecy at the end of the theme song was present when Ann, Marcy, and the planters first entered the temple. We will definitely talk about that at another time. But General Yunnan's little cameo seems to be setting up some interesting plot threads as well. But I want to discuss the massive ending of this episode right now. And remember, to stay in the loop with all things Amphibia, please be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the Roundtable for more great cartoon content. Be sure to hit that bell. There is a lot to admire about this episode, but first things first, this episode nearly obliterated any gripes I had with After the Rain. Even after finding out why Hop Hop buried the Calamity Box, Ann understandably still had some trust issues. So much so that she denounced herself from the Planter family, which had to sting for Hop Hop, because this season has seen them mention Anna's family even when she wasn't around. I loved the emotional conversation between them during the game of Calamity Chess. Both Bill Farmer and Brenda Song knocked it out of the park. This is truly one of those episodes of Amphibia where, while not perfect, still embodies a lot of what makes this series so great. And it's always awesome when it's Marcy's time to shine. But when Marcy recharges the green Calamity Gem, something happens. Her eyes glow green and then are drained of color, implying that the Calamity Box was never truly drained of power, but rather that the powers were transferred from the gems to the girls. And we find out why that's important in a moment. And Marcy and the planners decide to take a break before heading to the second temple, now that the green gem is guiding them. And this is where the episode switches gears over to Newtopia, where General Yunnan is giving a report to King Andrias. The riots across the valley, incited by Hop Hop, are quickly evolving into something more. Something that I believe to be another uprising. Grime and Sasha may be planning a coup, but it sounds like they may not be the only ones. But who knows? Maybe these riots are exactly the kind of army Grime is looking for. But something that really captured my attention was the mention of the Toad Lords, who may be meeting soon.
Not only that, the Toad Lords have agreed to meet. This could spell disaster.
What the hell is a Toad Lord? Do they outrank Andrias, or are they separated entirely? Judging by Yunnan's dialogue, I can only assume they will play as an opposing force. Moving forward, Yunnan is about to fill in King Andrias on Grime's whereabouts, referencing the events of Toadcatcher. However, before she provides the vital information that Grime is being aided by a human, who we know is Sasha, she's interrupted by the news of Marcy completing the first temple, which is ironic because Andrias should be looking into that information. And it's exactly because of the revelations that follow. Unlike Marcy's assumed state at the moment, Sasha still has Calamity power within her, and she's not on the same page as Ann and Marcy. And considering they're in direct opposition of King Andrias, he should be making it a priority for Newtopia to get their hands on Grime and Sasha before they get the upper hand. Nevertheless, Andrias claims he'll take it from here. Which makes me wonder, is Andrias going to take the matters of contacting the Toad Lords into his own hands? And if so, what does that mean? The king activates another hidden passageway within the castle, nonchalantly passing the likes of the Shadowfish, entering new depths of the castle never before seen. He enters a chamber and takes a bow, withdrawing his crown, addressing a mysterious force, claiming to his evident lord that the prophecy is being undone as he speaks, and that soon, their time for revenge is coming. giving us the grand reveal of what we can only assume to be the endgame villain of Amphibia, the big bad antagonist. This is the Knight, and what we can assume to be a horrifying reduced form, yet one that greatly eclipses the likes of Andrias as it opens its 13 eyes. You know it's getting real when there's curse numbers involved. The Knight has finally made its first appearance, and it looks like a mix of Dark Ball from Kingdom Hearts mixed with Black Doom from Shadow the Hedgehog, and you know, given quite the quantity of eyes. So what the heck is going on here? Well, things finally make sense. While I'm gonna reserve a bulk of my thoughts for another video, it seems like Andrias' plan this entire time has been reversing the long-awaited prophecy at the end of the theme song that depicts Anne, Sasha, and Marcy going up against a large creature that resembles an amphibian. So I assume this non-amphibian creature is going to transform into that, likely through the use of the Calamity Box. We still don't know how the box ended up on Earth, but I assume whatever happened with it, which I still believe could be Sprig's mom placing it on Earth. We didn't see a body in those flashbacks. Not to mention Sprig, Polly, and Hop Pop were unable to see if their parents actually got eaten. Hop Pop was out of town, and Sprig and Polly had to hide. This prophecy involved Anne, Sasha, and Marcy coming to Amphibia, and by extension, have the power of the Calamity gems transfer into their bodies. But by recharging the gems, they're losing their powers. For all we know, Marcy is powerless, and assumably the same thing will happen with Anne and Sasha in their respective temple episodes. Though Sasha could easily throw us a curveball. I think Andrias' plan is draining them from their powers and then forcing them home with the Calamity Box, which will then live up to its name, as the Knight could then use the gems to harness its powers and transform into something catastrophic. But considering the season finale is called True Colors, I have no doubts that it's a double meaning, and that through some misfortune, the characters will learn of Andrias' true intentions, but the girls will also somehow reclaim their power. Guys, Amphibia is popping off right now. The pacing is top-notch, the characters are getting substantial development, and as the stakes move forward, so does the world building. This show is going full JRPG, and I cannot get enough of it. But as always, I want to know what you guys think. What did you think about the ending of this episode? Do you have any theories? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, or tweet your thoughts at Roundtable Vids. And for more of my own thoughts, you can find me on Box. And don't forget, we're on both Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to go the extra mile to support the Roundtable, please check out our Patreon. If you enjoyed this video, please throw it a like and subscribe to the Roundtable for more great cartoon content. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Peace out.